Welcome into this 10-minute Pitta flow. All asanas shown in this video will cool the body down, helping to eliminate excess fire and heat. These postures are a beautiful starting place and may be used as a tool and resource when feeling irritable or overly hot in terms of temperature. We'll go ahead and get started in a child's pose. Bring your big toes to touch, open your knees nice and wide, crawl your fingertips forward, rest your forehead down into your mat. Begin by focusing on your breath. Breathing in through the nose, exhaling out through the mouth. Allow the emphasis to be on the exhale to keep the breath cool and relaxed. Allow the mind's eye to start to settle in, getting grounded and present. Go ahead and crawl yourself forward so that the hips are stacked over the knees. Crawl the fingertips forward just like child's pose until either the forehead or the chest comes down to meet the mat. Puppy dog pose. In this shape, continue to keep the breath cool and relaxed, bringing the emphasis on the exhales. Deep breaths in through the nose, long, deep breaths out through the mouth. Bring your hands back underneath your shoulders, tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back into a downward facing dog. Guide the chest towards the thighs, begin to pedal out through the feet, right and left, allowing the head to relax, to hang nice and heavy, sprawling the fingertips nice and wide. Begin to find stillness in your feet. Lift your left leg up, gaze towards your hands and step in between your palms. Start by finding a long line of energy from the crown of the head all the way through your back heel. You'll start to feel a stretch in your right hip flexor. Bring your right knee down to meet the mat. Keep the spine nice and long. Send the hips back, flex through the left toes into half splits. To begin, keep the spine nice and long. Tailbone through crown of head. Inhales, finding length. Exhales, peeling the chest a little bit closer towards the left knee, the left thigh. When you're ready, go ahead and round yourself forward, finding that full forward fold bend. Drag the left heel back to engage through the hamstring. Shift your weight forward, plant through your hands, send the left foot back into a downward facing dog. We'll take this on the other side, gaze forward, step the right foot through in between the hands. Begin again by finding that long line of energy. Drop the left knee down, untuck the toes. Start to feel the stretch in the left hip flexor. Send the hips back to the heel, flex through the right toes, engage through the right hamstring. Begin again with that long spine, breathing in, finding length on your exhales, peeling the chest towards the thigh, and eventually rounding the back into your full forward fold. Shift the weight back forward, tuck the toes, lift back into downward facing dog. Take another moment here, find that stretch, bring the knees down to meet the mat. Shift your hips to the right or left. Straighten through the left leg. Bring the sole of the right foot to the inner part of the left hamstring. Start to fold yourself forward, beginning with a long, flat spine. Janu Shirshasana with our legs, peeling the chest towards the thigh, starting with that long, flat spine, reaching through the crown of the head. After a few breaths here, begin to fold the body forward. Surrendering down to the floor, Feel free to relax through the left toes, allowing that right hip to open. Sit yourself up, bring the right knee into the chest, keep the left leg nice and long. Reach the left arm up and take your twist. Begin to gaze back behind the right shoulder. Inhales, finding length. Exhales, twisting through the body. Any twisting postures in a Pitta flow are great for releasing excess heat. We'll go ahead and switch out our sides. Right leg long, left foot to the inner sole of the right inner thigh. Begin by folding forward, finding that long, flat back. After a few rounds of breath, fully allow yourself to fold forward. Bringing the hands to either side of the right leg, letting them rest wherever it feels good. Round yourself forward. Bring the left knee into the chest, the right leg long. Begin to find your twist on the second side. Use that back arm for leverage, inhaling through the crown of the head, exhale, finding your twist. Sitting nice and tall into the sit bones. Breathing out through the mouth. Slowly round yourself all the way down to your back. Bring the heels in towards the glutes. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, lift your hips up into a bridge. Keep the knees directly over the ankles. Almost feel like you're squeezing a block in between your inner thighs. Roll your hips back down. Take a deep breath in. And on your breath out, lift the hips back up. Firmly press into your hands on both sides. Lower the hips. One more time. Deep breath in. On your breath out, lifting the hips up. Stay firmly planted through the feet. Lower the hips all the way back down. Now lift the hips up. Wiggle your hands underneath your lower back. We'll move into an inversion, shoulder stand. Almost use your hands as a shelf. Kick your legs up towards the ceiling and allow your legs to relax. Gently and safely lower the feet all the way back down to the floor, then followed by your hips. Bring them down back into the mat. Allow the legs to sprawl out nice and long, the arms, begin to close the eyes, and take a few moments to rest in Shavasana. All asanas shown in this video are a beautiful starting place on your journey in understanding your own unique constitution. Please feel free to take your time in each posture and allow your body to hold each asana for a longer length of time. It is important to approach this practice in a soft manner so that the body can experience not only the cooling benefits, but the change in perspective in the mind.